For some, spring cleaning can be a dreaded chore, and for others, it's a fresh start to the new season. But whether you love it or you hate it, some new information says spring cleaning might actually be good for you. So joining us today is Dr. Bronwyn Carlblom from Southwest College of Naturopathic Medicine. Dr. Carlblom, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
So Dr. Carlblom, let's start with the research. There's been a study out of the University of California talking about fighting stress hormones. What did they find?
This study was very interesting. Basically, what they looked at was how someone might describe their home environment, either with stressful words like clutter, I need to fix this, versus more restful words like this is my favorite spot or this is so peaceful. And they looked at how those descriptors matched up with their stress lab work. And what they found was folks who had a lot of negative things to say about their home, had a more cluttered environment, scored more poorly on their stress scores and their stress labs than those who described their homes with organization and peaceful words.
What are the benefits of spring cleaning?
So it comes back to that stress hormone cortisol. When we have a cleaner home or a more organized home, we do see more healthy levels of cortisol, and the health benefits from that are really cascading from there. So when we have more healthy levels of cortisol, we see reduced risk of heart disease, improved levels of happiness, decreased levels of depression, better sleep. So it's really important to address that, get that stress under control.
Really important to de-stress and relax, and you should just do that by getting exercise in while you're spring cleaning.
Absolutely. The nice thing about reducing our stress, it opens up the opportunity to make all sorts of better life choices, better sleep, more exercise, eating more healthily, all of those things.
So let's talk about this connection between clutter and mindset. Is it just the idea of I have clutter around me, or is it the action of actually decluttering that helps with the mindset?
I think it's probably a little bit of both. I know for me personally, cleaning can be a stress reliever. It's almost a meditative act for me. It gives me an opportunity to process my day, the experiences that I had, think through my emotions, that sort of thing. But also, again, we have more research than just that one article that suggests that having a more clutter-free home and having a clean home actually reduces our stress hormones and makes us feel better.
I mean, I hear that a lot, and then I look around and think, whoops, I got some work to do. I think like spring cleaning can, just put you in that mental state in flow. And I always feel like that then reduces stress and then creates some happy hormones. Is that part of it?
Yes, absolutely. Again, I think it's both. Both that act of cleaning can be therapeutic and make you feel better. And we know that being in a clutter-free and more organized environment allows for more relaxation, which our body and our mind so desperately need to get through the day and deal with life stressors, everything.
And I think this is some good news and some bad news, however you want to take it. But the study also indicated that housekeeping can actually make you happier.
Yes, true. We have some therapeutic benefit from cleaning, but we also really have that strong, repeated correlation between a clean home and happy people that live there.
And so take us here, Doctor. What are your tips on making the most of our spring cleaning?
I think that it's super important to declutter. If I were coming from myself personally, I think that's the most important thing. I live in a small historic home, so storage and organization are huge. So I always recommend that you go through a decluttering process, go through the things that you don't use every day, or, as that famous YouTube or Netflix, documentary says, things that don't bring you joy. And donate those to people who might need them more than you do. That provides a more stress-free home, allows you more room to clean and organize and create this environment that can really make you feel good.
So give us your take on using natural cleaners.
Yes, I think this is an important point also. So I want to stress that not all bacteria and germs are bad, but there are some that are bad. Things like Salmonella and E. coli that especially tend to appear in our kitchen or in our bathrooms from cooking or bathroom use. It's really important to have cleaners that can take care of that bacteria and actually kill that bacteria for you. Now, that being said, harsh chemical cleaners can be sensitive to some people. They're not great for our environment. They can cause skin rashes or eye irritation, even lung irritation from inhaling them. So there's an argument absolutely for natural cleaners. It's important to make sure we're getting bacteria cleaning potential. But the EPA, actually, the Environmental Protection Agency, has a great website where you can look to find cleaners that are both environmentally friendly and a little more natural, but still give you that important benefit of getting rid of harmful bacteria.
And what about changing air filters and vacuuming carpets and really cleaning out maybe some of those allergens that are in the home?
Hugely important. So having a good vacuum cleaner that can really get in there and clean the dust mites out of your rug, as well as regularly changing your air filters. I personally live in Arizona, in Phoenix, where we run the air conditioner a lot, and we're also in a dusty environment. So it's recommended here to change it almost once a month. You want to make sure that you're checking that vent return and seeing your air filter. Once you start to see that buildup of dust, it's time for a new one.
So really, when we think about spring cleaning, we need to remember that it helps us both mentally and physically.
Absolutely. It's both.
Dr. Carlblom, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I got to go start cleaning. For more information, just head to their website.